Hello, welcome to a brand new episode of the Comic Call. This is your host, Dylan Lang. It is the first Comic Call of 2019. It is January 2nd, 2019. New comics came out today. It's a Wednesday. So I figured I may as well do one right now because I have a good theme for today's episode. The episode is entitled Sexy Lois Lane, but there's lots of other sexy ladies and a couple of studly men as well. So we're all good. So without further ado, here is this week's comic haul. Not too big right now. I've cut down on a couple comics. There's two or three that I had been, actually three that I had been buying that I stopped buying this month. So I will not be getting them anymore to save some money. So without further ado, let's go with DC. First up, we have Heroes in Crisis #4. And you could say that Harley Quinn's kind of sexy. The cover's not the greatest in the world, but it's written by Tom King with art by Clayman, continuing the amazing story that is going on about superheroes and PTSD. Here's a sexy lady and Donna from the Teen Titans, or Titans, if you want to call that. You got some sexy Wonder Woman and Harley in this one. But here's a coup de grace, the name of the episode, Sexy Lois Lane. And there she is right there. So, and then there's a little bit beefcake for you with sexy Clark Kent as well. And then you get a little bit of sexy Batgirl. And some more Harley Quinn. And that's about it. And then you get a little bit of Booster and Blue Beetle as well. You get a little sexy Black Canary also. And you get a little sexy Blue Beetle and Booster Gold. So the story is intense and it's crazy stuff going on. So worth a pickup if you can get the previous issues as well to follow up on it. Next up, we have Detective Comics number 995. I don't think there's anything sexy about this one. It's part 2 of Peter Tomasi's and Doug Mahnke's story, featuring the death of a couple of major, at least one major supporting cast member of Batman's squad, and then something else. Something always happens to Alfred, so we'll see what happens with that. But Tomasi's telling an interesting story, and we'll find out more about it. So we also get a good backup on the Wonder comics, which are coming out really soon, including Young Justice, Dial H for Hero, Naomi, Wonder Twins, and more. And they even do, DC does their remembrance to Stan Lee. Next up, we have Sexy Wonder Woman number 61 with sexy Aphrodite, the goddess of love, on the cover, along with a little sexy beefcake here of Steve Trevor. So you get a little bit of everything. So this is continuing G. Willow Wilson's storyline. And artist Zermanko, I've never heard of before, and I've never really seen their stuff before, so the storyline is continuing with that. So good on that. So keep going on that one as well. Next up, we have Action Comics number 1006. I kind of like the variant cover. That's why I picked it up. Brian Michael Bendis and Ryan Sook actually did the art, which is, again, surprising to me because Ryan Sook doesn't really do full page cover comic pages. So interesting. We find out Jimmy Olsen's been dating Talia al Ghul. We learn more about Superman's newest villain, the Red Mist, I guess. So interesting stuff. Next up, we have Justice League Odyssey number 4, which, again, Stephen Sedgwick was supposed to be the artist on it, but because of certain problems, he had to leave the book. So we've got Joshua Williamson, writer, and Felipe Briones doing the artwork. So he's still doing covers, so he's got a few more covers left for him. We're continuing the story of Justice League Odyssey. A interesting take on certain things, so pretty good on that. Next up, we have Flash number 61. Joshua Williams back-to-back. Joshua Williamson back-to-back. He is the writer of this with art by Christian Duce. Continuing this, Joshua Williamson's been writing a huge story arc that's going on for 61 issues now. So, and I think he's writing a crossover with Batman to give Tom King a little break down the line. So we'll see what happens with that. From Vertigo, we have Hex Wives, written by Ben Blacker with art by Mirka Andolfo. Sexy witches who have been controlling the earth get brainwashed and discover that the men who they've been trying to take down have taken over. So they're trying to figure out their way back. So there's that as well. I don't know how long I'm going to be staying with that one, but hey, I got it for now. From Marvel, we've got Beefcake. Beefcake! Marvel has gotten the Conan the Barbarian rights back to them. Dark Horse have been doing it for a while. So now the first issue is out. Conan started in Marvel and then moved over to Dark Horse after a while. Jason Aaron is the writer. Mahmoud Esrar is the artist. So you get a quick origin of Conan, and you hear more about him. And these are all new stories. And little sexy women, as I said, sexy women seem to be the key here. A little sexy sex here. And you get a little beefcake with Conan. So all kinds of fun stuff. Plus, there's going to be another Conan book coming out. Savage Sword of Conan is coming out. So you're going to have 2 Conan books out on the market. So you can go ahead and pick up, get yourself on the ground floor if you like Conan and you never read the Dark Horse stuff. Well, now you can go back to the Marvel ones. So we'll see what happens. Also, sexy ladies. We've got Mr. and Mrs. X #7 with Rogue being the sexy lady. Written by Kelly Thompson with art by Oscar Bazoldu. It features Rogue and Gambit, who are now married. They are trapped in Mojoverse right now in this first story arc. So they are having an adventure. So this one I almost didn't buy, but I figured I'll keep up with it for a little while longer. So we'll find out. Also, we have Marvel Knights #5. Only one more issue left of this miniseries to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Marvel Knights from last year. Written by Matthew Rosenberg and Donnie Cates, with art by Nico Henricon. It's basically taking the Marvel Knights heroes, Black Panther, Elektra, Daredevil, Punisher, and giving them another look at how things, their appearance in this comic is from their Marvel Knights time. That's it for Marvel. From Independence, we have Stranger Things #4, the final issue of the prequel to the comic, to the show, written by Jody Hauser with art by Stefano Martino and inks by Keith Champagne. We discover what Will went through in the Upside Down. So that's what this one's been good about, and we'll see if they do a sequel to it with season 2. So we'll find out. But as of now, this is the last issue of it. And I'm going to give that to my daughter because she likes that stuff. And finally, the last comic for this week is Animosity #18, ending the most recent story arc, written by Marguerite Bennett with art by Rafael de la Torre. So a new story arc starts next week, or not next week, next month. So Animosity is animals take over the earth, and how things change. That's it for this week. All those comics are out this week. Start your new year off right by getting back into comics. Those are just some of the examples of the comics that came out this week. There are a whole bunch of other ones that did come out also that I did not pick up because I don't collect everything. I couldn't afford collecting everything. So go into your local comic book store and get yourself a little bit more sexy Lois Lane if you want, and some other books as well. And maybe spend some of that hard-earned holiday money. Not hard-earned, you were given it basically, but go in there and spend some stuff and take a look at your local comic book store and maybe start a new resolution. Hey, I'm going to start reading more comics, pick up some trades, read something different you never read before, and I'll keep trying to push in a certain direction. So on that note, that's it for this week. Next week, I haven't seen what's coming out next week, so there should be some surprises. I think there is a new book that I can't think of right now that's supposed to be out next week, but we'll see. Hey, get started with Conan the Barbarian #1 if you want, or pick up Sexy Lois Lane and the rest of the sexy comic book heroes and heroines that we showed you there just now. So thanks a lot for watching. And enjoy your comics. If you don't know where your local comic book store is, go to your search engine, type in Comic Shop Locator Service, or CSLS. When you find the actual one that says Comic Shop Locator Service, click on that. It'll take you to the website, and on the side there'll be a place to type in your zip code. Type in your zip code. It'll list all the comic book stores within about a 20-mile radius, connecting you to their websites as well, and giving you little bits and pieces like how far away it is from your house, what the hours are, so on and so forth, what the name is, directions if you need to, and then you can have a link to their website if you want to see what's going on with that. So on that note, I'm saying goodbye. Welcome 2019. Hopefully it'll be a good comic year. There's some good comic book movies coming out this year, but hopefully the comics will keep up with that. And thanks for watching.